Okay guys, welcome back. What we're going to be doing today is going through XAUUSD, otherwise known as gold, and we're going to be covering the 4-hour and 15-minute entry strategy for the order blocks. If you want to see a larger description of that, you can literally go to one of the videos in the description below, and that is a original sort of 2-hour long video which you'll gather so much information from, where we went through a month with the Euro USD. Now, to keep this video a little bit more manageable, I'm just going to do a week at a time. So we're going to go back to the start of January 2021. Unfortunately, the Monday for that week starts on the 28th of December. So we're just going to go back to there. But in order for me to not cheat as I'm doing this, I'm just going to shrink the charts as much as I can to make it really, really flat, and then condense it so I can't see any trends or anything like that. And we're just going to scroll back to the start of January. We're going to look for the 28th. So technically the Sunday evening is the 27th of December, and it's usually like a no trade time. Typically don't trade because the markets are usually quite quiet during those time periods because it's Christmas. We're just going to press auto. Right, so we're looking at the 4-hour structure, or we're going to be working backwards to find the 4-hour structure. So very typically, I'm just going to mark on the chart some very basic and obvious areas to begin with. Okay, so I'm just going to mark out the highs, and then I'm just going to work out backwards where the structure is. Okay, so working our way down, we've clearly broken a bit of minor structure over here. Just going to mark a low. Low's been broken, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look between this low, and we're going to find the nearest high between those two, which is this one. So that's an area of interest for the future. Let's extend that across. Okay, we're also just going to follow the charts now. We don't get a break of this, so we've got essentially a weak low, and obviously it breaks down here. So we're just going to mark up on our charts the nearest low. We get another break of that. So working between here and here, we're just going to find the highest point, which is over here, and that is going to be another area of interest for us. We'll zoom in on these in a second and see if we can gather any more information. Now we do get a break of this, and we get very, very minor pullbacks, minor swings, but nothing extravagant, nothing major. So we're just going to mark on here that we've got our low. So it's this one. This is the low. Okay, so at the moment we're just in quite a large range. So if we go between here and here, the high is somewhere around here, so it gets broken. Okay, so we've got a break of one of these highs, probably this one, or maybe even that one. So we've got nothing really to go off. Okay, so I'm going to go back and look at this one as a possibility. So now that we've got our low on here, and we've got our main sort of high up here, the break, the gap between here, we have a high which has been broken right here, which is great. So that's more or less a break of structure, very minor, because it wasn't much of a pullback. So the main range which we're looking at is really between here, but we are in now an upward trend. So working our way upwards rather than downwards like what we were doing there, we're just going to be doing the same. Okay, so we get a break of that. The largest low between here and here is actually our low, which is great. So working our way up, where's the nearest sort of main pullback? I would say possibly here. Gold's a little bit different, it's quite wicky in comparison to a lot of currency pairs. So we've got here and here, this is a wick break, so I prefer on the higher time frames a bit more of a body break. If it's a wick, I tend to count that as more or less a reversal or a rejection. So we've got our highest point here, we've got a break of the high, which is great. So the lowest point here is now here. Then we get a move up. What have we got? We have got a clear pullback there, so a spike up. It's clearly reacted to something over here. Move down. Let's zoom in a bit. So we've got a break of this low, which was the lowest point between this high and this high being broken. We now also have an even higher point after this, which rests right there. Now we also have this strange wick. Okay, now wicks are a bit tricky with gold. I have not mastered them, I won't lie, I haven't mastered the wicks on gold just yet. Sometimes they're just runs of liquidity, sometimes they just sort of like guide the way, so there's a lot of chances that we could start working our way down after this rejection up here, and this general change of direction, but we're just going to stick with what we've got. So the new range is between here and here. Okay, so we could essentially drop down to a lower time frame now and start marking things up on a chart. Now let's just have a quick thought about this. Yeah, let's drop down to the 15-minute and see if there's any information that we can gather. Okay, so on the smaller time frame, let's just bring that up. Oh, that is so minor, it's hardly even worth putting on there. I would say I'd be more comfortable to go with this. So we got a nice break there, a push up. We got the change of direction down here. That's cool. So the push up was really this kind of move here. So I'd be very tempted to mark something up on my charts along here, but really the most sort of obvious place to me, that was the rejection. This was supply coming into the market right here. I'm just going to mark up right there an area of interest, or POI. So let's put that on the chart, let's drag that across to where we are. Okay, so that's an interesting area for me. Okay, and then what else do we have? Anything of interest around here? So let's work it down on the 15-minute. We get this huge wick rejection, which is kind of hard to read. Gold tends to move up to close imbalances quite a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if we found a move up to here, or at least to here, before some sort of movement, potentially a reversal. Now, it is tricky because we're literally just in this miniature structure, and ideally I'd want to go onto a lower time frame, but I know that TradingView won't allow me back to the 5-minute because it would be too far back in their data. So let's look at what we've got. Disregarding this wick, really. Let's work our way down and then work our way backwards from where we are. So what have we reached? We've reached this high here. What's that reacted to? Okay, so it's reacted to something over here, which is great. Looks like it's run into a bit of liquidity and then it's turned into supply coming into the market. Our low, I would assume at the moment before working backwards, is right here, because that makes a little bit of sense. Our high, just make sure I've got this correct. So we're just using substructure at this point in time. Just marking a high on here. When does this get broken? Aha! Right, so this has broken the substructure high. Making its way down, up, down. Yep, okay, cool. So I'm quite pleased with that. Is there anywhere else which I should be aware of around here for potential reversals, or was this it? Was this the liquidity sweep from down here? So I would class this bit as potential liquidity. Bit of a liquidity grab, which we obviously had. So although we've had a big rejection of this, let's see how we get on. Let's just click forward a few clicks. Oh, there we go. Big boom forwards. Okay, I think it looks like we're going to be pushing our way up to here, so I'm kind of interested in this move. Alright, so if this was the move which started us off to reach this zone, and then we don't want to react from here, we'd be a bit stupid to get involved mid-range. Okay, so I'm just going to click forward a little bit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it looks like we are likely going to be heading up, and we have run into this area over here. Okay, so an area of supply came into the market. There's a nice inside bar, which for me, inside bars, they basically just hold a lot of weight. There's lots of orders going back and forth at that point. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. Just a few clicks in, and we're what, the 28th of December at 2 AM, and we're straight into our initial POI. Okay, so point of interest. Let's click on a little bit. I'm looking for a reversal pattern here. Ideally, we might not get anything. So I'm just going to mark on the chart the areas which I want to see broken. The first area got broken. We got a little tap in. What else? I want to see a break of. Okay, so this little grey candle wasn't lower than the inside bar, so the inside bar has got to be used, which I don't like doing. But let's see what we can do. Wow, okay. So if price was to come back to this sort of area, or even this one, this looks a little bit like it's got a little bit more potential, I'd be very eager to get involved, but I'd probably cover the whole area. So the candle which had broken the high, so I think that will probably come back to this. Kind of covers that whole zone. It's on the 15 minute. If it was on the 1 minute, I bet there was another pattern within a pattern and probably an entry right here, but it doesn't matter. So where is it that we would be looking to target? Well, we're just going to be targeting the nearest sort of structural area on the medium time frame, which is the 15 minute. Okay, so we're probably just going to be targeting down here, but I will get in on an entry if I can. I think that the entry is going to be probably, oh, this is going to get messy. I think the entry is probably going to be this candle to that candle. Okay, so if it starts working its way back up, I'll mark on the charts that we'll get in. Right, okay, that's a crazy wick right there. So as I mentioned with gold, there's just crazy wicks all the time, and they're quite difficult to master, and they're usually liquidity grabs, which looks like there was probably liquidity working along here. Let's carry on going. Right. So this area of interest, was it any use? Did we get a break of this low? I think that we did, and it was a wick rejection. Okay, so nothing extravagant just yet. Do we get a reversal pattern to get involved in the market? Can we get long at this point? The reason why I'm looking to get long is that we had broken these highs, broken it with a body in the end, worked our way up. Yes, we're getting sort of lower time frame breaks of structure here, especially with this. But it was nothing significant on the charts. When we work our way backwards to the previous break, this was probably the lowest point, but it just doesn't look right. Maybe I should flip my chart upside down. No, forget it, it'll be fine. So anyway, yeah, so we've just got a reaction off of here at the moment. Not going to be getting involved with anything just yet. I want to see a H pattern down here, or a Y pattern. I don't really want to be getting involved in anything just on a risk entry. We will do risk entries, but I want to see some sort of reversal here. That's a good sign so far. Okay, it's definitely working its way back up to this area. So what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit. Oh, I can't get a closer refinement. I thought that I could then for a second. But what will we do? We've had a miniature break of here. It's not a pullback as such. It's an inside bar. You know what? Forget it. I'm not going to get involved. I was going to try and get a sort of like a long entry here, but I'm just going to leave that to run for a bit. You know what? I should have just put a pending order on and we'd be tagged into the trade. Oh well, never mind. So don't worry about that. Because our target, let's say that we did get involved. Yeah, we would be tagged in. But our target wouldn't be too far away. It doesn't look like we're going to get 4 or 5 to 1. So let's go there to... Oh, we would have done. We'd have got a lucky number right there. So, oh well, never mind. We're not in. Oh my days. When you see the charts do that, just feel a bit gutted, and it's going to work its way to this point and probably reverse. Oh, what are we getting here? We're getting clear rejections from here, which is great to see. We had a very minor pullback. This candle, could class that as a break, I wouldn't. So I want to see, we've got the break right here. It's a wick rejection, we've got a body break. Ideally I want to see this get broken. We did. Right, lots and lots of wicks. Okay, cool. Okay, what we also have here is a break of this miniature high. So ideally, if price was to come back down into this zone, the sort of the most recent push down, which is this, we could realistically start looking at getting long in the market and targeting the highs. So let's see if we can get anything. If it comes down and taps one of these, Oh, right. Alright guys, so I had to stop filming a couple of days ago because something happened at home. So I'm just going to crack on from where we got to. So sorry about that little break. I think we got to this point here as far as my charts are showing. So let's just keep on going. So what we were looking for was a breakdown of here. If price comes back down, we'll just get involved, which is good. It's the last sort of push down, really. Well, actually, if I refine this, the last push down was here. So I'm just going to refine this ever so slightly and see if we can get some sort of entry to go long. So I'm just going to place that on the chart in case it does happen, which would be cool. There we go. Let's start clicking along and see where we can go with this. Obviously, the target would be somewhere up here. Pretty much this box, definitely that one. So let's just put this on as a target. Okay, quite a hefty risk reward. And it will be our first trade, so let's get going. Let's see what we can get out of the market, if anything, if we get tapped in. And all of this along here has, all what it's done is it's built liquidity. It's the market slowing down, a nice push up, cleared that liquidity. Now we've got a huge void up here, another huge void up here, both imbalances. So theoretically price should work its way back up to here, at least, you know, maybe to here, but because we're in an upward trending market at the moment, we want to be targeting the highs, okay? Oh, wouldn't have got tagged before. Ah, hello. I'll just slide this along. Alright, superb. So we've got our entry and our targets are up here, which is good. But I would be keen to say, no. Okay, I was going to say let's slam on a reversal when we get up here. Right, that's quite messy, quite a few POIs. Let's see what price does before we get there, but I would be keen to put on a reversal order, but we won't know where our targets will be until price works its way up. We can find another order block to aim for, so let's just keep on going at the moment. I'm quite keen. It would be quite dangerous at this stage to get stuck in again, but this inside bar right here looks quite tasty to me as well. And if we can get a 5 or a 1 to 5, I'll do it. Maybe I should have done it. Alright, you know what? There's a good bit of liquidity forming down here. So what I would expect, it doesn't have to happen, but what I would expect to see is a wick down, clear the liquidity from here to propel us upwards. Okay, so I'd be expecting just a little spike down and then something to take us off. Alright, so I will place an order on this and let's see where we should do it from. Oh, would we have been tagged? Nearly. Okay, don't want to get confused here with the other line that I drew. Okay. And now our target's to be up here again. Bring that alongside. Let's see if we get a 1 to 5. Oh, close enough. Okay, yeah, we're going to count that. I would take it in real life, so let's go. Way. Okay, we're in. Let's just slide that along. So we're in 2 trades. Yes, it's risky because we haven't locked anything in, technically speaking. And no, I probably wouldn't have even moved to break even at this stage either with the other trade. So let's just keep it moving. It's looking good at the moment, although it looks like there may be liquidity forming. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep on going. It'll be fine. You know what? Clicking too fast. A nice little block here. That's been filled, so keep on going. If there's any other pullbacks, I'll be quite keen to, start marking on my charts anything to go with that. That's a nice order block. Okay, so this is part of the other strategy which I put out perhaps about a year ago. where you're just following all of these pullbacks, not all of them, but a lot of these pullbacks back up. Okay, so we've just got a break. We haven't had a mitigation of this area, so I'm going to get this ready. But because this is a sort of like a mid-level one, nah, you know what, I was going to say let's do the halfway point, but that would be breaking our rules, so let's just keep it going. It would be to hit, so that would be another 6 if it comes in, which it doesn't. But where are we getting from here? That's another nice order block. I don't think we'll have enough space to run. It's like a 1 to 4. No, I'm going to leave that off. Chances are it won't come back to it anyway. There we go. Right, so we've got a nice break of here. Alright, delete that off. And we've taken profit on both, which is great. And why did I not place an order on here? I'm sure that I said that I was going to. Right. We are going to do this because price is still above it. Alright, so this is almost like a hindsight, but we don't know if it's going to smash through or break below. But I am keen to get in a reversal. So let's do it as a stop order. If you were live at the charts at the moment, okay, price hasn't broken through it, cool, so I'm not necessarily breaking any rules. So if price breaks down lower, we're in the trade. And that's where we would get involved there. Our stop would be there, but now we've got hindsight, the stop could be smaller. We're not going to do that. Okay, we're going to pretend that we put this on, but we would be getting involved in a stop order. And then our target is probably going to be this unmitigated area here. Yeah, I'd be quite keen just to target probably just the top of this, just to make sure that we get something out of it. But that's not looking very good. That looks pretty weak. Is there a way to better this? Oh, you know what? Nah, this area is way too big. Yeah, I think I've missed an opportunity here, guys. And this does happen. When you're backtesting, this will happen from time to time. But yeah, I've missed an opportunity. I should have shrunk this and made it a lot smaller. Oh, there's too many of these. Let's clear them out of the way. Yeah, so our stop would have been here. Or we'd have got involved right there, and then we'd have got a 4 to 1 at the very least. And if we went there, 4 and a bit to 1. Oh, that is frustrating. I should have just marked it on the charts. Let's see what happens anyway. I'll take this off, or I'll write it down as a missed up. Oh, or is that a second chance? Is that a Alright. Hopefully you'll forgive me if I keep that on. It's a second chance to get tagged in. Alright, cool, we're in. Oh, and happy days. Right, okay, so we got a win there. That's lucky, a second chance, which is good. On a lower time frame, I bet that was a lot of opportunities to get involved, which is superb. Did we tap this POI? We did. Just tapped into it. We haven't smashed through it yet or anything. Okay, so right, okay, let's start stacking these up so we can see what we've got at the moment. That was 11.7. Did we get the win? It's yeah, of course we did, yeah. So on here, so plus 11.7%, which is great. Then with this one, this is 4.92, and we're now in this one as well. Okay, cool. So let's just slide this along, and we'll figure out our target in a second. I know we put one on there, but we'll probably look at a new target for this. Okay, so we've got that in, and this one was 4.33. So let's just mark this on the chart. Okay, so that's 3 wins on the bounce, which is pretty decent. And our next target, to be fair, because we've now mitigated this one, we've almost taken out this high here. Our next target is obviously going to be the actual high of where we got to on the 4 hour. Would that be being too greedy? No, because that's just following structure. So yeah, let's go back to the 4 hour and see what we've got. Oh wow. Why didn't I notice this before? Oh, I did. Right, this could be the actual target up here, theoretically anyway. Because we've got this huge space, this huge void, or imbalance as people call it. And we're working our way into it, and we normally go halfway up the imbalance, okay? So the imbalance originally was here to here. So let's figure out where the halfway point is and see if that's like a valid target. There. Right, let's drop down to the 15-minute again and see if we can make sense of anything around about the halfway point. Is there any sort of signal to us? Yeah, okay, a couple of inside bars, one after the other. Right, okay, so if I was trading this live, my target would actually be that equilibrium point on the 4-hour time frame. So I'd be very keen to place it up here as a target. But we've already got a good we've already got a good trade looking like it's going to come on, a 12.21. But if we do target up here, what will that make it? 20.13. Okay, I'll tell you what, something which we'll do, because there are kind of two targets here. We'd be targeting these highs as natural progression as we go up. But then there's another target here, but the other target is literally just the high up here, you know, for the 4-hour, because we're moving our way back up. But the equilibrium is really the target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place two orders. If I was taking this in real life, I would have partials on here. But because it's not real life trading at the moment, probably the easiest way to be able to do this is we'll place two orders. If I wasn't taking partials, I would most likely be doing two half trades. Okay, so half a percent and half a percent, just to see where we get to. But we're going to place two trades on. We're going to pretend that we're in this one on two trades, or it would be two partials, let's say. So the first target is here, the next target is up here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we've got one which is 12 and we've got one which is 20, and they're the two positions which I'm eager with. Okay, so we're just going to move that there. Alright, let's get going a little bit. Okay, not a good start. Okay, we would definitely be tagged back in on that. Not looking good. Looking much better. Okay, can we get anything out of this? Is there anything where price can come back to? Potentially. But we're already on for two positions. It would literally only just be the same, you know, it would be 0.5% on each. Okay, so let's work our way up. Let's just keep on going and see what we can get. Alright, looking really positive. Oh, you know what? Bit of a missed opportunity here with this block. It's because my screen's getting a bit too dark. Oh well, let's just keep on going and see where we can get. I'll try and get some buy-ins if we can, or you know, sort of like re-enter somewhere, even possibly down here. No, let's just keep going. Order blocks only. Uh-oh. Is there a quieter way where I can do this? Yeah. Oh, cleaner. Right, was that the... Wow, okay, cool. So that's the first one done. That's impressive. Alright, let's log that so we don't get demoralised if it just shoots right back down. So 12.09. Alright, good times. And this one's going to get smashed. I can guarantee that one's going to get smashed. Let's go back to the 4-hour. And I just want to realign my thoughts with where we're actually going. Price is working its way down. Got break. This is major, this move here. So I would expect a reaction point off of here at least. And this needs to be filled. Like, what am I talking about? Gold normally always fills. It's not like the euro where it's you know, comes to the equilibrium. So I'm going to get rid of that idea. I'm going to go probably with the last order block up here. It is the order block strategy after all. So yeah, I'd be keen to work it to here. Okay, so this is my point of interest. But look at us all the way down here. Right, okay, well, we'll see. This one is the one which broke that, so yeah, that's the point of interest. Okay, that looks a little bit crazy to me now. It looks like the move of a madman. Well, you know what? It is what it is. And if I was in this in a real life trade, I'd be quite eager to go up there. So, yeah, let's just let's get stuck in. And what a positive bullish move! That's smashed through here with a body candle. Yeah, let's just keep on going. It's good. It's looking good. All right, let's condense that a little bit, and I'll move this out of the way a tiny bit too, just so we've got some clear movement on price action. Something which I like about this as well, actually, is with that being an inside bar, chance our price might come back down to it, just tap it and go off again. But I'll try and leave the rebuys for a little bit later. Yeah, let's leave it. Oh, I should have done it. Oh, I should have done it. Look at that. Just as I said it, price came back down, tapped it, and we could be in another position. Oh well, don't worry. Let's keep going. Classic. Oh, look at it run away. I'd be up about 20% by now. Right, I like that. I need to get a break. Get a proper break. Oh yeah, technically. Right, okay. So, similar to this one which we just missed, I'm going to place another one here because this looks really good. So, we've got another point of interest. Again, this is just a continuation. So, we know, well, we don't necessarily know, but theoretically, price has pushed from down here, it's broken these highs, and it's working its way up to the next 4-hour order block. Or the most, like, you know, the most conceivable 4-hour order block, because we've got all of this void. Okay, so with imbalances on gold, gold tends to fill the imbalances before shooting off in the other direction, which is why I'm keen to possibly get involved up here. But if we did get involved, that would be one heck of a stop loss up here. So when I'm just going to see how price reacts when it gets up to here before we go off from there. So right, let's keep on going. Oh, hang on. Sorry, need to place the actual order on, don't we? There we go, 7%. That would be right. So I was thinking that wouldn't be enough then. So there we go. We're in, and we're off. Happy days. Should I place another one here? Tempted. You know what? I think I will. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, actually, the push down, that's the whole push down is no, forget it. I was going to, but the actual push, although I did the same there, so, and it would be a wick, be the wick moves. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, this is going to get messy. Let's just clear some of this off. Okay, so we're in there. And place our order here. And target there. That'll be juicy. Another 11%. Let's go. May have been getting a little bit too greedy for my own good. We've got a -1. But I'm not going to worry because we got a good old win over here. But that's a lesson to be learnt, okay? That was probably just a little bit of, I don't know, people calling it inducement to refill a bit more of here. Well, great. Okay, -1. Let's stick that on the board. Is that our first loss? I think it is. Right, okay, let's just keep on going. You know what, something just happened there, where we had just up here, just so you guys can see what I was thinking, just so I was clicking through. We had a sweep of this this liquidity just up here, and I just had a feeling that price was just going to work its way down to this order block here, and it did, but that would have been quite a tight stop, so oh well. And price is clearly slowing its way down, because we're not trending like what we were here. We're now starting to consolidate a little bit, so it is making me think that this POI, this 4-hour order block, is probably going to get a reaction from. So I think that we're probably doing the right thing just by targeting the base of it. Almost touched it here, not yet though. Oh my days, there we go. Right, okay, so we'd have got a win over here. Happy days. So that is plus 7.23. Okay, so plus 7.23. And then what can we do after this? Oh, hang on. Just realised we had this bad boy, didn't we? So 12.0. No, that's not it. This is it. 40.95. You would not be too disappointed with that, would you? 40.95 in how long? It's probably a few days. 5 days. Right, okay, yeah. You'd be probably quite happy. Once you get up to here, you'd probably be happy to take all of these order block trades, to be fair. So 40.95. And, oh, you know what? If I did get involved in that order block, where was it? Okay, let's just go back and see. I can't remember, I know it was around here somewhere. There it is. Just in hindsight, what would this have been? Because this came down and tapped us on like pretty much the next candle, wasn't it? So let's go here. Very small stop. And our targets would have been up here as well. Yeah, 18, so we missed 18.07. I'm just going to put that on there as a missed trade, plus 18.07%, and put it in yellow so it stands out a bit. Well, a little bit. Right, so we missed that trade, which is unfortunate, but these things happen, and you can't cry about everything in the market. So, right, okay, so we've reached our 4 hour. What's the time on here? Let's go back a tiny bit. I'm not going to enter anything off here. Let's just go back a tiny bit so it doesn't reveal anything if I go onto the 4 hour. So let's go to the 4 hour. Right, so we've just tapped this, which is cool. Could this be the start of a move down again? Quite possibly, but where can we head down to? What are we missing on the charts? Let me just clear everything out of the way. Now, obviously, we've got a huge void right here. Okay, so the initial target, I would say, is probably the base of this candle on the 4 hour, which could seem a little bit risky, but it kind of makes sense to target here because that's where the imbalance reaches. So let's just mark on here the imbalance. Okay, so this is a potential target if we're going to be going counter trend. That's no longer valid as far as I'm concerned. It might be, but what we'll do actually, because this was probably going to be a psychological level for a lot of traders, we're going to put our start there. This is going to be our POI for the end of the imbalance. So I reckon if price comes back down to here and starts playing about here, we could manually close our trades. So yeah, this is going to be our POI, which is good on the 4 hour. And I would expect price to come down, probably not clean, but price would probably come down to here, play about this, and maybe head off again. So we'll do that. Also, how many weeks in are we? Because we maybe only wanted to do a couple of weeks on this. Where did we start? Not in October, did we? 28th of December, 5th of January. We've got another week to go, at least. Right, okay, cool. Let's get cracking. So 15 minutes. We're not in a trade just yet. Maybe I should have set an order. I wouldn't have been tagged anyway. Right, anyway, let's go. Let's switch this to supply. It would just make it blue. Right, cool. Oh, maybe we should have gone. Okay, so this is a little sweep. Okay, good. Right, so we've got, break that, we've got a sweep. We're about the halfway point. Is that the halfway point? About. Okay, so that's a positive sign as well. Although the low of that, tiny bit. Okay, we've got that. Are we going to get a reaction off here somewhere? No. Although we did get one here, so it would be ideal if we just mark up this area. I'm going to put this as POI, where is it? There. And because price is working its way back up, let's have a look over here. Oh, we're almost there already. Okay, price has shot down. Right. Let's get this on. And our target would be down here at the very least. Okay, so a 10 to 1, looking pretty good. Come on, trading view. There we go. Oh. And it's missed us. Oh well. These things happen. Ah, and would have reached a complete end goal. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Hang on, look at that. Look at that. Like I said, it fills. Okay. What was the price on that? The high? 01.026. The low on this? 1904. So, oh my god, that is tiny. That's like basically a pipette in Forex. So it's done it exact. But it doesn't matter if it just smashes right through now, does it? So, right, enough of the theory, let's just keep on going. Well, let's do it quietly again. Missed an opportunity right there. Oh well, that's fine. Right, let's just, I need to go back to 6 o'clock. I want to have a quick look at the 4 hour. Okay, so we're up here now, but I want to have a quick look at the 4 hour and see where we are. So let's go back to here. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we've got a void that almost filled it. Theoretically, we should come up to here to fill this void. Now we could be looking for order blocks on the 15 in here, because this was a nice reaction to this movement there. Move it back to the 15. Yeah, and price should be able to make some sort of reaction off of here, and if we get an opportunity, we'll get in. But not a pending order on here, although I'd be tempted. So let's get back to where we were, which was, I don't know, about here. We're going to tap it and go, probably. Not got a break yet. Want to see a body break of this. Oh, it's just going to go. Oh, hello. Right, okay. So we've got a break of that. Nice doji. Might start working its way down. Let's see. Okay, it is. Right. Okay, I'm quite keen with this. Find the lowest point there. Get rid of that now because it would just look messy. But again, much like this imbalance, this one's just been filled as well on the 4 hour. So a really good tip there with gold. And what's the time as well? Time of day. In the next sort of half hour ish, normally you'd get a big move about 8 AM. So yeah, let's just see what we can do. I'd be keen to get short on here, even though it's between two massive 4 hour legs on here. It's at a very valid point because it's the imbalance. And then the next target, okay, the next target would be somewhere down here. Yeah, I'd be keen to say probably here. Next target would be this one. This one has now been filled, so we can move that out of the way. right? So next target would be somewhere down here. But yeah, where are we? 15 minutes. Need to get a break of this. Oh, we got it. Cool. Okay, can we get some sort of movement off of here? I know that this is the most recent. Okay, we'll do. I'll tell you what. We'll do both. This one looks better than this one. We'll do both. Okay, I'd probably do both in real life. I'd be willing to take a stop out on this to get involved here. I'd be willing to take a stop out on this one to get involved here. Okay, so we're actually going to place 3 possible orders. If price comes into it, I'll draw it on there, but I don't want to make this video way too long again. It looks like we'll only be doing a couple of weeks in January with this because it's just going to take too long. So if price comes in, I'll mark it up just to save a little bit of time. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, didn't know I could do that. Cool. Right, so that one just went straight through. Okay, so we are going to mark that up. And it doesn't really matter where I put it because I can just mark that as a loss. Okay, just going to have a look. Am I being stupid with this? No, that hasn't reacted off anything exciting. We are involved in this one now as well, so if price works its way down, great. If it doesn't and carries on, we're going to be getting involved in this one. And could we get 3 losses in a row after having such a good run? Well, to be fair, if it was real life, I really wouldn't care less. So let's just keep on going. So far so good. Oh. And happy days. Right, so we're in on this one. Right, let's mark this up. And in case you're wondering, no, I wouldn't be doing half positions on these ones because it's not the same entry point. This would be full 1%, so a 1% loss, 1%, well, we're up almost 7% at the moment, which is great. And that one would be a full 1% as well. So the initial target would be here, because that was our next point of interest, wasn't it? What's the time? Right, I'm going to go back a couple of points because I don't want to reveal the charts. Yeah, we're not revealing too much. Okay, good. So let's have a look at the 4-hour and be more realistic with this. Let's double check where we're going. Oh, sorry, something which I hadn't realised. Breakdown. Right, sorry, completely forgot about this. Let's clear all this off the chart. Massive uptrend, working our way down. Yes, probably a bit of a awkward looking pullback, which is fine. There's a channel being formed, which is okay. Break, internal structure coming up. We did not break this level. We're rejecting off of it. So we failed to break the high, which means that this is a weak low. So our target can actually be all the way down here. Theoretically, we should have a target down here. So I would have, given real life trading, probably placed 2 trades on there. One to target like a weak structural low, or an internal low, which would be probably here, and then a second one down here. That might look greedy as hell, but this should be our target all the way down here. Yeah, I'd be keen to do that. Okay, yeah, we're going to be doing that. That looks like account destruction right there, doesn't it? Is that the one which we're in up here? That's the one which didn't work. Oh, this looks stupid now. Is that it? No. Oh my god, we're still going down. This would be the target. That looks ridiculous. This looks really stupid. Oh, right. Got to jump across the live charts, back in a minute. Right then, we're back, and I can't remember for the life of me where we got up to. It was about here, because I just placed this stupid move on the chart, but we're going to do this. So we're going to hold this until a break of the low, hopefully. So we're in this one. and we're just going to ignore it for now because it would take absolutely ages to get there, and we're going to see if there's any other moves on the way down which we can enjoy. Okay, so yeah, let's just do that. Nice. So what have we got here? Bit of an order block created right there, which is sound. Looks like we're forming one as well. Oh, let's keep going. What can we get price to do? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I can clear this off my chart now. Get that out of the way, because that is now no longer valid. Had we broken through that before? No. Oh, just realised. Yeah, we're still in a reaction point. Okay, cool. This is valid. Let's just try and get in. Let's try and get a like a last push up, last push kind of move. Right. That was just a wick out. I would just say let's just do the last couple. It's hardly an order block, which looks good. Be tempted to go up a time frame, but we're only going to be touching the 15. That would look quite solid. Yep, let's do that. Market's clearly going short, so let's do that. And try and pick up a quick win. And continue scaling. So next obvious target would be there. That's a 10 to 1. And we could hold this all the way to the end, but I'm conscious now that when it gets to here, I think I want to stop doing the video, and we'll continue this at a later date. But let's just see if we can get a quick win right here. Oh, we might get a quick loss. We in? No. We're not. Oh, look at that. Oh well, what a bloody disaster that was to finish it off on. Oh well, we almost got that. Missed it by almost nothing. So, oh well, missed by fraction. And where's the end? There. Right, let's see if we can get a second chance, okay? So, maybe, actually, that's not a bad order block right there. Not a bad order block, but it's huge. Huge point of interest right there. Oh well. Oh, what an idiot. Why did I not do that properly? It should have been there. But that would have made it much less for risk-reward ratio. Would have been about there. 4.5. Hardly worth it. Oh well. Right, so what's happening? Can we get an entry point? You know what? That's so good. There, didn't mitigate a wick. This is decent. See if we can come back to this and tap it. Oh. Oh, no way. Where are we? Where are we over here? Just coming down to tap this, which was quite key before. There's a reaction point off of here. Yeah, this is valid. Okay, if we can get some sort of entry off of here, that would be quite useful. And we've gone into the second week. Okay, cool, or third week now. So we're gonna leave this video here, apart from let's just stack up what we've got so far. Okay, let's just keep a tally on this. That looks pretty good to me. And we're still running with one which is what, almost 100 to 1 on the 15 minute, so that's impressive if we get there. We're almost there. Let's just have a quick look. We're at 44.5 to 1 at the moment, and we did reach 54. Okay, not bad. Right, okay, let's just stack these up. So that's 11.7 plus 40.95, that's insane. And then -1 because we got a loss. and plus 7.23. Oh, did we get tapped in? No, we missed it. -1. That is insane for 2 weeks of trading. Quite similar to how I've had this week so far, but that is really good for a 15-minute order block strategy. Basic order blocks as well, by the way. Nothing extravagant, nothing too difficult about it. Really, really simple. Almost ATR. So we're just going to date that with technically 45% still running. So we're kind of a little bit more up, aren't we? So let's go back and just have a quick look what that was. %, 44.45, and I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Wow, 123.67. Wow. Okay, that is not bad going at all. I hope that you check back in for the next one when we continue this journey. We're going to do the whole year, I think, with gold, because who wouldn't with figures like this? Yeah, love it. Superb. I hope you guys have gained good value, and make sure that you do check in for the next one. See you soon.